Hi, today I recreated NCR in Rimworld and built shady sands from scratch. Or rather, try to do so. Let's see how it went and have fun.
Stop! Please! I beg you! We're dead!
Lovely Rimworld. Another day, another chance to waste up to 10 hours of my life behind a desk. Yeah, but let's get straight to the point. Today I will create NCR in Rimworld, so these are my goals in this gameplay. First one, create shady sands based on Fallout 2. Spread some democracy to local tribes and survive. But that one is optional, you will see. Yeah, so I thought about placing the base in the middle of the desert, like it is in original Fallout 2. But then I remembered that surviving in an empty desert is like doing an ice sheet challenge, so I would rather eat nutrient paste for the rest of my life than suffering another heat stroke streak. So I started in some very typical, normal environment just to have some chill, you know. So after I landed, my first thought was just to get some wood, maybe build some small shack to live in, but then I saw that some Jabba the Hutt with flamethrower wanted to end my video faster than I would like to, so I just surrounded him, beat the shit out of him using primal weapons because he can fire in close combat, but that took me a while. Yeah, a while. Yeah, so after killing this big-ass robo-snail, it's time to start a colony and make this land of opportunity our home. At least, try to. North from my base I found in some pile of rubbish this Russian DP It looked kinda rusty, but trust me, it will be essential for this gameplay. My first goal in terms of building a city is to have some place to carefully plan and prepare resources for buildings, so for this I need some serious headquarters, and this is what I came up with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this will be my fortress and my command center, only for a few days, then I will start building something more complex. I had to provide my colonies with basic food supplies, so I started building a strictly onion crop field, as well as smaller fields for cotton and medicine. That's how I ended my day. After I took care of the food, I have to decide which material I will use to construct the most of the city, and I got these three options. So the first one is bricks, but bricks there were doomed to fail, because I didn't want this city to look like a Minecraft castle, and it took a lot of time to build anything with that. So it has to be something more widely available, something like wood. It's cheap and really fast to build, but I don't want to end up like a Library of Alexandria, so I will pass that one. And the last one is holy grail of every city in Europe. Concrete. Extremely cheap and easy to produce. It has more HP than bricks, it's faster to create and build, so it's almost like cheating, but to be honest, I don't care. So I was ending that day with removing those trees so I can start building roof over my warehouse. Meanwhile, we planted more onions on our crop farm. For now it's really peaceful, I feel like I'm playing some Stardew Valley, but in hell. And finally I had my first visitor and he wanted to trade, so I checked his stuff, but he didn't have anything special, so I didn't buy anything. Even though I didn't buy from him, he left me some things. Nice. And immediately after that merchant left, another caravan from the same faction arrived, which had better things to sell. At first I was considering weapons, but since I only have 200 caps, I decided to buy some modern medicine. It will definitely come in handy. And it finally happened, my first raid, and to my surprise only one native arrived, so I thought it could be my new potential colonist. But then I saw that he was interested in chemicals, so later on he's going to be a junkie. Indeed, he was level 14 medical, so he would be a great doctor, but it's just not worth. At least he was a great dummy for my LMG.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And after I took care of the bandit, I finished building the warehouse and fence out the fields. So it's time to start producing concrete. So for that I need some space for stone chucks and for some ready concrete to store it, so I don't have to run to warehouse every time. Since the last raid, 8 days have passed. Very peaceful days in which I took care of the food supplies and better technology for my people. Although the next tribal intruders wanted to interrupt my idol, but they ended up like their predecessor.
Yeah!
I'm in danger!
And after a long time we finally discovered electricity. And it doesn't just mean that now we will live in a human condition. What is more important, at this point we can start mass production of concrete to start building shady sands. So we have electricity, but to create concrete we need a concrete mixer. However, it requires constant access to electricity, and since I don't have any batteries available yet, I had to think of an alternative solution. Yes, so I consider a small wood-powered generator, which seemed cheap and small enough, but it didn't produce enough electricity for the concrete mixer to work, so my ingenious solution was just to use 2 generators. However, there's only 1 plug for the concrete mixer, so I have to give up on making concrete for now until I have batteries. In the meantime, the battery warehouse will be just a regular shack, nothing special, as long as we can get the concrete mixer running. Alright, we got a fierce batteries, but we need something to generate energy for them. And I've been thinking about what will be the best for now, because I definitely won't be using those wood-powered generators. So I've decided on a wind turbine. It will have to do for now. I will place it next to that helicopter wreck, which I don't intend to scrap, but I will leave the repair for later. Meanwhile, Baron Hummingbird got married. A somewhat odd time for such ceremonies, but hey, it's always one less room to build, so stonks. Yeah, so after that I received a new quest, where some ruins have appeared near my settlement. However, I have no intention whatsoever to venture there. Firstly, I've just discovered the bow and spear. I'm not planning to upgrade my arsenal from bows to slightly better bows. When I do upgrade, it will be straight to some decent rifles, but I'm far from that yet. Secondly, my people are dressed in some ragged, primitive attire. Let's say I managed to make it to those ruins in maybe 6-7 days. It would only take 1 shot from an old rifle to shred my colonies to pieces. That should be a compelling argument. So no, definitely not now. Alright, instead of traveling now, I should focus on producing concrete to start building buildings and walls, and that's what I will focus on now. After amassing a considerable amount of concrete, I began to design a base, leaning heavily towards replicating it from the Fallout 2. However, raccoons attempted to hinder my progress, but I swiftly dealt with them and returned to walk. And after I managed to recover from that raccoon's attack, the magical moment of construction arrived. I thought planning this out would take a while, considering it was a fairly large city in Fallout 2, but little did I know it would take quite a bit longer. Well, I will just let you see for yourself. Oh, so it definitely took me too long, like a good half an hour, but I've got it now. Now it's just about building it, but for now let's just prepare the concrete and let them slowly build. I noticed that this base has one drawback, quite a big one. It doesn't have a kill box. I was wondering if it would be worth building it here, but I thought I can manage without it. Well, you can say I managed.
You're reloading when your characters die. You don't understand this game. Actually, that's cheating.
Yes, it is. Do you think I spent half an hour building a base just to have some punks destroy it all? Probably not. However, it was the first time I approached it this way, and there probably won't be more like them, I think.
I'm about to blow. I need more bullets! I need more bullets! I need more bullets! I need more bullets! He's on me, brother! Bruh.
So, we can say that it could happen to anyone. Quite a bizarre situation to die from boom rats, but screw that. Look at the cool canteen I'm building for them. Finally, they won't have to eat raw onions for eternity. Slowly but surely, moving forward. It's been a while since the game started and my colonists have been staying busy with work. Soon they will have somewhere to sleep, something to eat, not just onions, and they will even have access to running water. Isn't that amazing?
We got the whole family. I mean, I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I mean, help me God, help my fuck. Life is great.
During the peaceful development of the city, I suddenly received a divine gift, God's mercy in the fullest form. It was literally the best present I could have ever received. Space battle. Out of nowhere, I received 2 colonies for free. Well, almost for free because one of them was a drug addict, but there is nothing truly free, and I decided to help her overcome her addiction. For the first time in this gameplay, I felt peace, and that sense that everything was starting to fall into place. This moment was briefly interrupted by a horde of squirrels, but the magic button load restored the tranquility and brought back the beautiful moment of peace. Hey, and if you think that was cheating, check this out. I found this awesome mod on Steam Workshop. Now you can actually mine valuable resources, which is just great. Just so you know, I'm not planning to mine gold, because, come on, mining gold is actually cheating, but components are just a little help. A bit of time has passed since then. I finally completed the construction of a warehouse, so my colonists will have a place to store their belongings instead of just throwing them on the floor. I also finished building part of the wall. It sounds funny, but believe me, it took me a while to build it. And just at the right time, some bandits tried to attack me, so it was the perfect moment to test the wall. So the defense ended up just as I predicted. Unsuccessful, because I have old weapons. But the first thing I will do now is start producing weapons, because shooting with the Winchester at this stage of the game is at least funny. And the wall wasn't fully completed, so that could have been a reason to. So I made a promise, and I need to upgrade our arsenals. Yeah, so I set up a new building specifically for that purpose, which will serve as a workshop. In the meantime, I also recruited a new colonist. Turns out she was a wheeled one, so that's a win-win situation. After completing the construction of the workshop and furnishing its interior, I began the search for the perfect rifle. It needed to be powerful, but not excessively so, and it had to capture the essence of the NCR. And I think I found it. It's all American. However, the excellent accuracy and rate of fire of the All-American come with one significant downside. The 1300 work scale required to create this rifle. It's a considerable investment of time, but it's definitely worth it. Alright, a good weapon isn't the only key to success. Better rifles might have me beat nearly on the spot, so it's the time for some proper attire. I've opted for the NCR Ranger armor, which will allow me to immerse myself more deeply as a member of the NCR faction, which also providing better protection for my colonists. Yes, however, this armor protects almost everything except the head, so in this case I've opted for the Ranger combat helmet, but it's already elite gear, so I assemble a team of 5 individuals who will receive equipment for the mission outside the base. This team includes Purple, Reda, Hummingbird, Bear, and that woman whose name I won't even try to pronounce.
This one.
Yeah, it would be a bit lame to go on a mission on foot as a special NCR assault unit, so I utilize and repair the wreckage of the helicopter lying not far from the workshop, giving it a second life as our special vehicle. During the preparation of the helicopter repair parts, a toxic fallout descended. It's not a tragic event, but it fits perfectly with the gameplay and atmosphere as a NCR. Even during the toxic fallout, the locals didn't give me a moment's respite. However, now I have the advantage. They could come in numbers up to 100, but in fact of my new rifles and walls, they are utterly powerless. Despite the toxic fallout, I persisted and finally completed the helicopter repair. I named it Louis and even constructed a helicopter landing pad for it. From now on, we can embark on expeditions to neighboring factions and repay them for those constant game reloads due to random shots to the organs. So I made good on my word, and I did it. My first raid. Finally I can repay those locals for their constant harassment at the beginning. Now it's my turn to be a bully. I pondered whether the locals stand a chance against me. Sure, I only brought 5 people, so maybe they could put up a fight. No, they don't have a chance. It was just a shooting gallery for me. Those locals didn't stand the slightest chance in a medium range fight. It was a massacre for their faction. Yeah, but I thought, alright, I stormed into the village and gunned down some villagers. It was no fight at all. So now I attacked the bandit who had access to firearms. I was curious if they would stand any chance against me. In hindsight, what did I expect? They didn't stand a chance. Maybe they would have had some if they tried shooting at me instead of running towards me with the loaded guns, hoping to beat me up with the butt of the rifles. I don't know, I'm starting to feel like nothing will stand in my way anymore. Honestly, at this point I should probably call it quits, because I achieved pretty much everything I wanted. I repaid the locals for the tormenting me in the early game. I built Shady Sands, well, a European version of it, because it's all concrete everywhere, but the city stands. The next episode will feature a base in the mountains, because damn, I can handle another round of loading the game due to being attacked from all sides. But most importantly, I survived. And now it's time to bid farewell. Take care and see you guys in the next episode.